Hello YouTubes and good morning gamers. I am Gregory, this is 1 in 20 D&D, and today is DnDaily number 61. How cool is it? I was not actually going to record a DnDaily today because I have the next video set, my first gaming video of this challenge. It is session 47 of our Agic game, part 1. I decided to break it into 2 chunks, and I think that's a nicer format, maybe, especially if I'm putting them out more frequently. It'll be a tiny bit easier for me to edit them that way, so we'll see how that goes. I may still do them as one long session, and I just don't know, so I'll see. We will see. To be determined. But hey, I want to talk for a minute. Here's what's in my mind today. 2 things. One is I just said I was actually not going to do a DnDaily today because, like I said, I had that video ready. But then I realized, no way. I actually love doing these recordings every day. This vlog has become a super important part of my day, I guess. And it's just this great opportunity for me to express myself every day, and not only that, I feel like it's creating some kind of a momentum for me. It helps me to focus my attention, focus my goals, my dreams, focus the things that I really care about into what I want to get done, and then put that into action. So I hope that's something that you might take in your own life to what are your goals, what are your dreams, and find those things and then take baby steps to get those things accomplished. Move forward on your dream today. Do one little thing to move forward on your dream today, whatever it is. If it's game related, if it's like, I want to run a game, well, what have you done to get the people together? What have you done to write the story, or write the intro, or write the first encounter, or whatever it is? What have you started reading the book if you're going to run the Dragon Heist, or if you're going to run it Out of the Abyss, or whatever it is? Have you started to read the books? Have you looked into it? What step have you taken for your dreams? And this is for your bigger life too. You want to be a writer, you want to be an author, you want to be a movie star, you want to have a huge business and be an entrepreneur. What have you done to move yourself toward that goal today? And look, I'm not a young guy. I'm 45 this year. Later this year, I will be 45. I still have goals. I still have dreams. I feel young. I just had a conversation last night with Matt Bartlett. He and I, Art of Bartlett, we have something cool cooking right now that I'm super excited about, and I can't wait to share with you all. So, it's the same thing. Like, I talked with him last night about, I may be going to be 45 this year, but I still have big goals, and they get bigger every day. And as I make those little baby steps, getting closer and closer to every little goal, and achieving some of them, I had a goal to get to 50 subscribers. I'm at 65 today. That's awesome. I'm stoked about that. So these little incremental goals, that's what builds self-confidence. So every time you make a small goal and achieve it, it tells your subconscious mind, I can do this. I can do the things I set myself to do. I can achieve those things that I set for myself as a goal. So, I didn't want to record a DnDaily today, and then I'm like, no, hell no, I'm not going to skip that. I love doing these. I really think I'm going to start doing 7 of these every week, like 1 a day every week. I was doing sort of like 5 and then 6, and I just feel like, you know what? I enjoy these. These bring me pleasure, make me feel good. I feel good sharing my energy and my passion with you guys. So, dude, so I had to throw that out the window. Hell no, I'm not going to just skip it today. I'm going to talk about something cool today. I just watched the trailer for Stranger Things Season 3. Now, what I want to talk about today, I guess, is, now, I'm hyped for that. Okay, it doesn't even come out until July 4th, the new season, but I might go back and watch the first 2 seasons again. That's how crazy good I think Stranger Things is. Here's one of the reasons I love it. Number one, It's just that damn good. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. If you have, then you probably know what I'm talking about. It's super well written. It's amazingly well produced and directed, and like every little bit of it is just on the level. It's a phenomenal production in every way. On top of that, I am a child of the 70s, child of the 80s. I was born in the 70s. I am a child of the 80s. I grew up during the 80s when I learned about D&D and all these fun, wonderful things. Well, what I love about Stranger Things, the music, the vehicles, the clothes they wear, the subject matter, everything about it speaks to my subconscious. So I was watching season 1, and I was watching it on my phone at night in bed alone because my wife and my son were actually out of the country at the time. My wife's from Tibet, so she was home in Tibet with our son visiting family. I was here in the States by myself, and I was sitting there at night on my cell phone watching Netflix, watching this with my headset on, and just like mind blown. Just totally mind blown. And actually, and I might even be wrong about that. She might have just been for a while she was working graveyard shifts. So now that I'm thinking about it, it might have just been that she was still around, but she just wasn't home, and I was home by myself at night while she was at work. One or the other was alone, and it's got that creepy feeling. So that's irrelevant. What was going on for me is irrelevant. The point I'm making is it's got this sort of creepy, it's about as close to horror as I like to get. It's sort of that edge of sci-fi horror, like the first Alien movie was. I mean, the first two Alien and Aliens are unbelievably amazing movies, as you probably already know. They were that borderline between sci-fi and horror. I dig that. I can deal with that stuff. A lot of the stuff that's been coming out in the realm of what's horror, not my thing at all. It's just not my thing. I appreciate and respect other people love that stuff. Not for me. I just can't dig it. So back to the topic I'm really wanted to address or bring up and discuss is like D&D and pop culture is, I mean, I can't even believe I'm putting those two terms together. Dungeons and Dragons and pop culture, like, it's becoming a part of pop culture. What? It used to be like, almost like cult classic kind of stuff. Like, only the weirdos played D&D, all the geeks and stuff played D&D. And now it is coming into mainstream. It is. You can't avoid it. Stranger Things is a perfect example of that. The very first scene in the very first season, I'm not spoiling anything by saying this, is a scene about Dungeons and Dragons. That is amazing. And this is a hugely popular show on Netflix. Dungeons and Dragons, and they did it again with a bit of season 2, season 3. They're talking about Demogorgon in the first season. You'll see if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Again, I'm not spoiling anything. You just... D&D is coming into pop culture, y'all. It is happening. And that is exciting for me. It's exciting for anyone that has been a fan and played this game for years. It's exciting for everyone that's playing it now. D&D is, in my opinion, one of the best things that has come to humanity. That's a huge statement. And I really believe it because it can make us better people. We get the opportunity to like try on other people's shoes, like try on the skin of another person. Like, what would it be like to be that person who is timid and shy and afraid of the world? And conversely, what would it be like to be that person who's brave and daring and dashing and forthright? And, you know, it gives you this opportunity to role play, to try out, like, what is it like? What if? It allows you to run out what if, usually in a safe and fun environment. If you're doing your job as a DM and as a group to create a safe and fun environment, you get to try those things out in these environments. And that develops empathy. It develops understanding. It might help you become more inclined to be a braver, bolder person in your life. That's awesome. That's so powerful. So I'm so excited to see D&D kind of coming into its own. I've known this for years. I've loved it for years because of those qualities and many others. It's the most fun I have when I'm with my friends and we're having a good game. It's almost the most fun I have had in my life. I have a child, so there's lots and lots of fun there, and it's probably it is more amazing than D&D. That is without question. Yet and still, D&D is a very, very, very close second, okay? And the thing about it is I've only been a father for a few years. I've played D&D for more than half my life. So, I'm a lot more familiar with it. And it's a lot, in some ways, it's a little closer to my heart, I suppose. Nah, not really. Just because I've known it longer, that's all. There's nothing, my family means more to me than anything. That's who I am. And that's something cool. Like, that's a cool thing to play out for a character in D&D. How important is your family to your D&D character? I've got a character in the game I'm running tonight who hates his father! Isn't that an interesting dynamic to explore in a game? Especially if you actually love your father in real life. Or you could go the other way. If you have a crap relationship with your father in real life, I apologize. I hope you find help for that. And why not try out, like, what if you loved your father more than anything, and that's like the choice you make for one of your D&D characters? There's millions of ideas like that out there. Hey, D&D in pop culture, who'da thunk it? Hey y'all. Have a great day. I'll see you at the table someday. Until then, keep rolling 20s.